Colossians chapter 3, verse 19.
Book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 19.
Bring it out.
Husbands, love your wives.
Do what?
Love your wives.
That means you gotta feed, protect, provide.
Right.
And you gotta teach.
Bring it right.
You have to teach her according to thus saith the Lord. That is the husband's job, is being the head. It don't mean that you just get the biggest piece of chicken and that thing don't do nothing and you lazy.
Right.
You got a lot of responsibilities.
Right.
If something go bump in the night, Mario, you get up and say, babe, I got this.
That's right.
If something is lacking in the house, you get up, you fix it.
Right.
A woman would only follow a strong man.
Right.
She will not follow a weak man. Mario, check this out. So the reason why we was giving out that pamphlet, right? That pamphlet is explaining who we are according to the Bible.
That's right.
In the Bible, Mario, where you from again? Like Puerto Rico or?
Yeah, my parents from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn. I'm from Queens, right?
Yeah.
So now, Mario, when we open the Bible, do we ever read Puerto Rico in the Bible? No. We never read it, right?
No.
But we call ourselves these things. What does Puerto Rico mean?
Bring it out.
I know the Taino Indians came from Puerto Rico.
Right. But what does it mean, Puerto Rico? What is it?
Oh, rich port.
Rich port. Who gave us that name? Conquistadors.
That's right.
That's who gave us that name. When Christopher Columbus, what was it, Hernan Cortez, right? But like you
Europeans,
said,
right?
Europeans. Right. Now check this out, Mario. Look at that sign. On that sign, you see where it says Puerto Ricans? What's next to it? What's the name next to it? Ephraim. That's what Biblia says, right?
Right.
Now here's the thing, Mario. During slavery, we were taught that we were Puerto Ricans, rich port, but God called you Ephraim.
That's right.
You remember Joshua? After Moses died, Joshua took over, right? He's from the same tribe as you, Mario.
That's out.
Jeremiah 17:4 before you read that.
Yep.
But during slavery, Mario, were we taught our history or did they cut you off from your history?
They cut all of us from history.
That's
All of
right.
us. Right.
That's right.
We just, almost everyone just found out recently about that war, Black Wall Street, right?
Exactly.
You know, I didn't know. Even Tom Hanks said,
Yeah.
how come I didn't know about this?
Right.
I didn't know.
Right.
Why I saw Tom Hanks come out and say that?
Yeah. A lot of people don't know it, but now check this out, Mario. We're going to read something that's in the Bible that said it would happen. This is what's crazy about it. Read that.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And thou, even thyself,
So he's talking to Jeremiah. He said, thou, even yourself, Jeremiah, read.
shall discontinue from thine heritage.
He said he would discontinue from his what? Heritage.
Right.
Who you were before slavery, we've been discontinued from you. You said there was Taino, right? Before that, God, you called you Ephraim.
That's right.
They killed all of them.
They did what?
They killed all of them.
They killed all of them all.
I mean, I saw John Leguizamo play in that.
Absolutely.
And he was, yeah, he's a comedian and stuff. But he wasn't playing when he was
But
speaking.
he takes real history, mix it into comedy to deliver the message, right?
Changed it
Watch
up a
this.
little.
Listen to that again.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
God said he gave us a heritage, and we got cut off from it. So here's $1 million question, Mario. What is the heritage that God gave us? Because he said we've been cut off from it. And we agree, we know slavery is one of the reasons, right?
That's
So
right.
what was the heritage? What do you think that God gave us? Was it merengue? Was it salsa?
Teach.
What you think it was? Take a shot. Can't even fathom, right? Here's the good news. The Bible's going to tell us what it is.
That's right.
The Santa Biblia is going to tell us. Read that real quick. Sirach 17:11.
Book of Sirach, chapter 17 and verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for inheritance.
The law of life. So you know how we got the 10 Commandments in our house? Most of us, right?
Right.
That was our heritage.
That's right.
Our culture.
That's right.
We were supposed to live by no other gods before us.
Right.
Thou shalt not kill.
Right.
You wasn't supposed to steal.
Right.
You wasn't supposed to commit adultery.
Right.
No. That's how we were supposed to live. Mario, in 2025, do we live like that? We don't.
That's right. That's
We've
right.
been cut off. A lot of us are. Mario, did we ever even keep marriage according to the Bible? Now watch this.
To us part.
Well, we taught it according to the Bible, or did we just taught it by tradition? Like we just watch and see how people do it. Bring it out. Bible. Okay, so now watch this. We're married.
Thank you guys. Thank you
Is
for
marriage
what you do, man.
50-50?
Thank you.
With that, it's supposed to be equal, right? Get 1 Corinthians 11:3. Now, what we're going to read to you will show you an example using the marriage house.
Basically, we're supposed to give more.
No, absolutely.
It's not really even.
And say it again.
Not really even.
It's not really even.
Right.
But the society teaches us that some men, they got to cater to the woman.
That's right.
That's what the society teaches us.
That's
So
right.
You don't, what is the slogan? Happy wife, happy what? That's what they say, right? But now, here's my point.
How we
Right.
remember that stuff.
Traditionally, we're taught that. But let's see if the Bible says that.
Bring it out.
Book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3.
Bring it out. New Testament, right?
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
It said the head of every man is Christ. Watch this, Mario. The head of every man is Christ. Which one is Jesus Christ? That one, right? Now, have you ever seen this before? Never seen that before, right? You come around, we're your brothers. So he said that the head of every man is Christ. Hold that real quick, go to Revelation 1:14. You know how this is important? The first commandment says no other gods before me.
That's right.
So we gotta make sure we know who we're serving, right?
Right.
Right.
Now watch this.
Book of Revelation.
Well, this right here is in the Bible. It tells us how Christ looks. Read.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
What was the texture?
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Wool. Is that more like wool texture? Like a lamb. Is that like a lamb? Is that like a lamb?
They made it lighter.
I agree with you.
That's
What I
right.
what I want you to see is this though.
I've
We've been
always,
cut off.
I've always felt he was darker than what he was.
Right.
I've always felt it.
Good.
I don't know why, but I've always felt he was
Because it's the
darker.
Spirit of
But
God in you.
That's right.
That's right.
But of course,
Yes.
everyone, and even in your own culture,
Yes.
in your own race,
Yes.
even Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, because I got a family member white as a ghost.
Yes.
And I got a family darker than you.
Right.
And
Right.
both my family.
Now the Bible tells us we come in different variations.
You're right.
So we're not worrying about the color. What we're worrying about is the truth.
That's right.
The truth is, according to the Bible, he got woolly hair, right? Read.
As white as snow.
White, woolly. You know, some people get older, like you're getting the whites right now.
That's right.
White, woolly. Does that have white, woolly? No, right? Read.
His eyes were as a flame of fire.
Because he drank wine in moderation, so the whites of his eyes turn red, not blue, right?
That's right.
And his feet.
And it's what?
And his feet.
Now here comes the big one right now, the feet. If you took off your feet right now, gentlemen, don't the top of your feet typically match the rest of the color of your body? Right? And his feet?
And his feet like unto fine bread.
Bronze. What color is bronze? What color is bronze? What color? Like if you had to pick out a color. Like a gold what?
Like brownish color.
Like a brownish color, right?
That's right.
So his feet was what?
And his feet like unto fine bread.
A brownish color.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they what?
As if they burned in a furnace.
Mario caught it. So what color is Jesus Christ? What
That's
color is
right.
he? He's dark.
That's right.
So is this Jesus according to the Bible? No. Is this Jesus according to the Bible? Yeah. No, we're not saying this exactly, but this is a better depiction, right?
That's right.
Right. Now go back to 1 Corinthians 11. This is why we was reading it, gentlemen. In 1 Corinthians, Paul lets us know that the head of every man is Jesus the Christ, but we must know what does he look like? Because he said no other gods before him, right? So is this not Jesus? Are we serving an idol? Yeah, because this ain't Jesus. Y'all understand now?
Serve idol.
Read that. Exactly, read that.
Book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3.
Read it out.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head, meaning the leader of all you men, is Jesus the Christ. So what color is he? He's what? Say it proud. He's black. This is your savior who died for you. We shouldn't be ashamed of that, should we? And we're reading the Bible. Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
So wait a second. The head of us as men, our leader, is Christ. The head of our women is who? The men.
That's right.
So who runs the household?
Supposed to, man.
Who's supposed to?
Who's supposed to, man?
The man. You understand that, my brother?
That's right.
The man is the head of the house. That don't mean the woman don't have a place. She has her proper place. But your place as men is to lead.
That's right.
Y'all understand that? It's not happening. Why? We're following traditions.
That's right.
That's what me and Mario was talking about. We were taught marriage traditionally, but not biblically.
That's right.
Now watch this. Although the man is the head of the house, right? Colossians 3:19. What about our wives? Does that mean we discard our wives? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
The scriptures say, where there is no vision, the people perish.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV.
Do you know history?
I'm going to show you and prove to you that the Israelites are black, were always black.
Dance for time, just move up your body. Don't get loose and groove on the body. Bruise, wine.
Put on the armor, the procedure complete. Me nah go back, nah retreat. All traitors, every Jezebel must get delete. Me no sleep on a demon, me keep a full clip. Conspire me downfall, cause them want to me slip. Stay close to the real ones, we seal off and legit. Cause I gotta use them to keep your soul from the pit. This a war life.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because Jesus Christ, the black Messiah, did not discard us. Colossians chapter 3, verse 19.
Book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 19.
Bring it out.
Husbands, love your wives.
Do what?
Love your wives.
That means you gotta feed, protect, provide.
Right.
And you gotta teach.
Right.
You have to teach her according to thus saith the Lord.
That's right.
That is the husband's job, is being the head. It don't mean that you just get the biggest piece of chicken and that's it, don't do nothing and you lazy.
Right.
You got a lot of responsibilities.
Right.
If something go bump in the night, Mario, you get up and say, babe, I got this.
That's right.
If something is lacking in the house, you get up, you fix it.
That's right.
A woman would only follow a strong man.
That's right.
She will not follow a weak man. That's why some of our marriages is tore down. But now, read.
Be not bitter against them.
Don't be angry against them, read.
Children.
Go to Ephesians 5:22. So now watch this. If we're godly men keeping his commandments, right? And we're leading our wives according to this Bible, what should the wife do? What do you think? She should what?
Stand by her man.
She should what?
Stand by her man.
Let's see. Read.
Book of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband.
Some women here submit and they're like, nah, that sounds like slavery. But wait a second, we're subject to who? Christ as men, because he's our head. So Christ said that's the order. God the Father, the Son, man, and then woman. We all follow a lead in righteousness. It doesn't mean you abuse her. It means you guide her according to the scriptures. You feed, protect, provide, and you teach her. So that way she can easily do what?
Submit yourselves unto your own husband.
I've yet to find a woman to say, I don't want to submit to a man that's doing all those things. It don't exist, but when we're not doing it, that's when they'll have a problem, because now they feel like, I got to step up and be the man.
That's right.
Some of these men will lay with these women and won't even marry them.
That's right.
But on the flip side, some of these women got to command their respect and stop giving up sex before marriage.
That's right.
Hebrews 13 and 4. Remember what I said? All of us wasn't taught properly. How you doing, my sister? We're talking about the proper order of marriage in the household. How us as men must marry our women, teach and guide them, protect them, and our women must submit to their husbands the same way the husbands submit to Christ.
Let's read it. Look at Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
In some.
In all.
This is the new, you know what's great? This is the New Testament.
That's right.
God said marriage is honorable. But my sister, are a lot of our households married today? No. Are we being taught marriage according to the Bible today? No. That's the problem.
That's right.
Then who does that trickle down to? Our children.
That's right.
Then we have heartache and headache when our daughters come home pregnant. When our sons come home with an STD. But then we got to take a look in the mirror.
That's right.
What have we done with them? Psalm 78 and verse 5 real quick before you go, my sister. Psalm 78 and 5, and then give me Sirach 7. These are basic commandments. This is why we out here today. We're not out here to bash anybody. We didn't know before.
That's right.
We did not know. But once we knew better, because we love our people, we're showing you a better way.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Read.
But the Psalms, chapter 78 and verse 5.
Bring it out. Read.
For he established a testimony in Jacob.
Jesus Christ, which is a black man according to the Bible, established a testimony in Jacob. Jacob is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
If are you from Puerto Rico, Cuba? You're from Ephraim. Where you
That's
from?
right.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, Ephraim. That's what's in Santa Biblia. He never called you a rich port. Columbus and the conquistadors, when they conquered you and chopped off limbs for not bringing enough quota every month, he called you a rich port.
Right.
God respects you and call you Ephraim.
That's right. For he established a testimony in Jacob. And appointed a law.
A what?
A law.
Where?
In Israel.
I want y'all to look at this sign real quick before y'all go. Look at this. I want everybody to look at this sign. These are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Every time you open the Bible, you read about Israel, right? This is who it's talking about. On this side is what God calls us. On this side, this is what we were called after slavery. After Columbus came, he called you a rich port. After the conquistadors came, they call you Cubans,
Right.
Dominicans,
Right.
From Guatemala to Panama. That's what God called you because he respects you.
That's right.
But the people that enslaved you do not respect you to this day. That's why they give you this parade where we can show off our bodies, but then what? What are they doing for us? Trump came to Puerto Rico after a disaster and did what? Shot paper towels in the air at you.
Nobody will ever forget.
Then he says you're part of U.S. colony, but you have no rights when it comes to America.
That's right.
Read.
But the Psalms, chapter 78 and verse 5.
I want y'all to see what God gave us.
For he established a testimony in Jacob. And appointed a law in Israel.
God's laws that you read, like the Ten Commandments, it was given to us because we're Israel, right?
That's
Here's
right.
the purpose. Read.
Which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children.
To who?
To their children.
You see that? Like marriage. We were supposed to read the Bible, look at ourselves, fix it, and then turn around and tell them, look, Mom, Dad, we didn't know, now we do. You got to do better. You understand? There's no boyfriends, there's no girlfriends,
That's
it's
right.
marriage.
Right.
One of the father's job is to go find a daughter a husband.
Right.
Why you think today, traditionally, you used to have to go ask for the woman's marriage from who? Her father.
That's right.
But if the father ain't there, who you asking? Nobody. Get Sirach chapter 7. You know what the father does? He can grill that man to see what he's about.
That's
Because
right.
men know men. And watch this, brothers. Do men love sex? Yes, be honest. Yes, we do. But so do the women, but it has to be taught correctly.
That's
You
right.
understand? We start to get older. We develop natural feelings, right? But it has to be filtered through the Bible. Do you get a flyer? Hey, give the sister a flyer. Read that real quick. I want to leave you this one last thing before you go, sis. This is very important for your young daughter. Read that. Sirach 7:25.
Book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
Marry thy daughter.
Do what?
Marry thy daughter.
That's what the father and the mother's job was to do. That is a weighty matter. It's a lot of thought that goes into that. Does he have a good job? Can he provide? Is he gonna raise her according to that Bible? Is he gonna hate her? Is he gonna abuse her? We have a lot of sexual abuse in our community.
That's right.
We have a lot of things that we tend to act like is taboo, and it goes down. Why? Because we're not teaching our young children how to get married properly.
That's right.
Read.
And so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter.
God said that's not an easy thing. Read.
But give unto a man of understanding.
He said, "Give." You know what that man of understanding means? He has to be applying what the scripture says.
That's right.
If you don't, if he doesn't fit what that Bible says, should he marry your daughter? Absolutely not. Read.
That's right.
Listen to this last part.
Hast thou a wife after thy mouth? Forsake her not. But give not thyself over to a light woman.
Same thing for the son. Read.
Honor thy father.
I want has thy daughters. Verse 23 or 24. Has thy daughters? Because a lot of us have daughters.
Verse 24.
Listen to this.
Hast thou daughter.
You have a daughter, right? I have daughters. Some of these men, you have a daughter? Some of these men out here have daughters, right? Read.
Have a care of their body.
Have a what?
Have a care of their body.
You know why God said have a care for body? God gave us a dress code. We're supposed to dress modest. Because you know what happens? Right now, this parade, you know there's some pedophiles out here. If you put up the registry right now, it would go crazy. So we gotta have a care of how they doing themselves. Because she's not trying to get no dude trying to holler at her. But if she's showing off certain things, the pedophile is like, as soon as mom looks away. And we have a lot of missing children. You understand, my sister?
That's right.
When you read Deuteronomy 22:5, that shows us how we should dress.
I see you, man.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example.